on the BBC News Channel.
This time on Weather World, heat, drought and fire. I'll have the story of a record-breaking summer.
And I'll be talking to the scientists whose near real-time analysis shows how climate change has supercharged this summer's weather extremes.
Weather World. Watch on BBC iPlayer.
Hello, this is BBC News with the latest headlines for viewers in the UK and around the world. Russian-occupied regions in Ukraine hold referendum votes on whether to join the Russian Federation. Ukraine says it's a sham which is doomed to fail. The Kremlin organises rallies to support its policy of calling up reservists to fight in Ukraine. Our correspondent has been sampling the mood in Moscow.
This is not a spontaneous display of love for Vladimir Putin and his policies. It is a highly choreographed affair designed to give the impression that the whole country is behind the president.
Here in the UK, a dramatic change in economic direction, the biggest tax cuts in half a century in an attempt to kickstart growth. More than 70 migrants die after their boat sinks off the coast of Syria. And the first woman to win the Booker Prize twice, the celebrated author Dame Hilary Mantel, has died at the age of 70. Hello, welcome to BBC News. Officials in 4 Russian-occupied regions of Ukraine have been holding self-declared referendums on whether to become part of Russia itself. The Kremlin supports the votes, just as it did after the annexation of Crimea, the Ukrainian territory which was taken over by Russia in 2014. But the government in Kyiv and Western countries have condemned the referendums, saying they are just a sham and that they'll never be recognised. Well, these are the 4 areas where voting is being held. They include occupied areas of Luhansk and Donetsk in the east and Zaporizhia and Kherson in the south. And they cover around 15% of Ukrainian territory. Votes are expected to run until Tuesday, and the results seem almost certain to go in Moscow's favour. Well, the international community does not recognise the validity of this voting process. As you can see, these pictures, filmed in Russian-occupied Donetsk, show how polling cards are being taken to people in their own homes with a yes or no answer on the ballot paper. And this form, at least, was not filled in secret. Well, meanwhile, Russia is continuing to mobilise its reservists, and it isn't going entirely smoothly. With the latest, here's our Russia editor, Steve Rosenberg.
It was